Hey, I'm Paul Hakimian. Welcome to, Cardinal Zone. But we have a couple of our Westwood football guys here. We have Steve Klein, captain, Ryan Sklavounos, and Noah Perez. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great, Paul. How are you?
I'm having a great day.
I'm doing good here myself. It's great to have you guys on the set today, and what a season really has been so far. So let's get underway. So I'm going to start over with you, Steve, and you knew this was coming. I had to mention it. Yeah. So Boston College. Wow. I mean, just tell me everything. How did it all come together?
Yeah, they offered me last September, and definitely just fell in love with it right away. I knew it was a fit for me. My family loved it too, and I really liked the coaching staff there, and committed there in May, and can't wait to get there.
That's nice. I mean, just out of the 17 offers you did get, what was your process in narrowing things down?
I wanted to use football to get into a school like I wouldn't get into my grades. Use football to get into BC. It really just stood out from all the other schools, like taking my visits and stuff. And I really did like the area and the school. I was there in June. I love it there. I'm going there this weekend, so I'm just really excited.
Yeah, that's good. And you bring up a good point, balancing athletics with grades. How do you guys all balance the dance of academics, football, all of that?
I get home from practice, eat my dinner, shower, and go right to my work, study, do my homework, make sure everything gets done.
That's good. No,
it's honestly about the same for me. Go home, eat some dinner, do some homework. I like to really relax, but homework's really important. It's a student athlete, so school's really important to me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch to Noah here. So Noah, how did you get started in football?
So I've been playing football my whole life. Started, I think, when I was around kindergarten or preschool when I played flag football. I played with these guys right here, actually. So I've known them almost my whole life. I've been playing ever on since then. COVID was the year I took off, but didn't know if I was going to come back for high school football. And my mom told me, just try it out, see you like it. And it's been the best 4 years of my life. I love it. I wouldn't give it up for the world.
What are some of the things in these past 4 years that you really could highlight?
Definitely my sophomore year was definitely my favorite year. Of course, we won the state championship,
right.
But that's also when they started really looking at me as a player. And that's when I really actually got more playing time on the varsity field. And stepping on for the first time as a varsity player was something I won't forget, and I had a great time. I'm really happy.
Right. So, no, you play O-line and D-line, right? So, juggling both, how do you kind of mentally switch from one to another?
So I'm definitely more of a defensive lineman. That's what I've done all throughout my 4 years. But they just started looking at me as an O-lineman this year. It's been a little hard, honestly. It's like a deer in the headlights sometimes. A lot of the plays are a little confusing for me, but I've started to get it down more, especially the ones in the tough package.
This question, I guess, to you, Steve and Ryan. So compared to in the trenches, how do you think your guys' roles kind of differ?
I mean, mine is outside linebacker. My goal is just to keep everything inside to go to Steve. Block everything from going out, like outside, so that Steve can run and, hopefully make the tackle.
Yeah, that's me and Charlie Sarlo do a great job. We take care of everything inside. And then sometimes when they run in, we force it back out to Ryan, outside linebacker Connor Reedy. And then offensively, skills-wise, I think our guys in the trenches do a great job. They really clear the first level for us, help us get to the second level. And we really have an advantage over other teams' DBs. So, they just keep doing their job, and they're a huge part of where we're at right now.
Right, they're a huge part of the team, and that's something I have been kind of thinking about prepping for this interview. Is that always interviewing the O-line guys every year. They've been such team players, such big parts of morale. Would you say you keep that up, Noah? The pretty much like the big guys are the big team players.
Yeah. So when I go into these games, it's not about the stats for me. It's about how can I help my team get touchdowns, and how can I stop them from getting past us, and make it easier for the backers and everyone behind me to play better.
Yeah, so would you say, like, the big men, they bring the energy?
Yeah, definitely. We bring a lot of energy.
Right.
Definitely, on the defensive line, we're pretty electric. I like to think so. We get pretty hype. O-line, I don't play too much of, but when I do, I have a good time, and it seems pretty energetic.
Right. And I always remember, like, historically, like, we had the Roberts twins, RJ Usher, bunch of great guys.
Biello, it's a great guy.
Biello, of course.
Dante, I mean, there's so many of them.
So many of them, and and really, just one of the biggest things that I always love about this team is just the strong pass rush game.
Yeah.
And you guys are really on the front lines of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like going on that, I think we do a great job of our pass rush.
Mhm.
Like we got Noah Perez, Matt Terwilliger going to pass rush. AJ Greco comes in and pass rushes, just go get the quarterback. So pass rush leads to interceptions, passes deflected, so they do a great job up front.
Right. It all built. It's the foundation of
That's right.
defense,
That's
of
right.
course. So, so Ryan, my question to you is: so at linebacker, what's your kind of balance between rushing and pass coverage?
So usually, I take my read off like the offensive tackle and just I decide whether if he blocks down, then I'm going in for that run. I'm gonna hit like anyone coming at me, a lead blocker, so I can either force the ball inside, as I said, to Steve and Chuck, or if I have to, I can force it outside to Steve and Chuck. It depends on what I decide to do.
Right. So, and really tell me about what is kind of going through your mind pre-snap. How do you make those pre-snap reads?
I don't want to focus on like one thing that I think is going to happen. I just want to flow into the play. I don't want to think of one situation that's going to happen and then I go and do it and it's the wrong situation. My part in the defense, just doesn't work out.
Right. So basically taking it almost like step by step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think, Steve, I'm going to go back to you.
Yep.
So I do want to ask you, so we know you're heading up to Boston College next year. So just in terms of just life in general, what's next for you?
Obviously, this is the last stretch of varsity football. I think I can speak for all seniors when I say this. Really, just leaving it all out there. No regrets. And then after that, just get ready, start training, get ready to go, put on a lot more weight. But for now, it's as Coach Guy says, one rep at a time, one play at a time. Like practice.
Want to know every week, baby.
Want to know every week.
Yep.
Wednesday practice today. It's a hit day, and then walk through tomorrow, and then showtime Friday. So I think. As far as the plan, leave it all out there. Speaking for these guys as well, I'm sure. So.
Yep.
So speaking of Coach Guy, and he's done a great job these past couple of years. Our grade, the class 2026, was the last grade. We were freshmen. It was Coach Dennis Hard's last year. So how do you think Coach Guy's kind of grown the program in the past couple of years? Maybe barring the obvious.
It was very intense with Coach Hard. It was freshman, so it was definitely different. Going into it, it's a different mindset. Coach Guy really brings it. He's a smart guy. He knows exactly what he's doing. He does everything with 100%. He makes us better players, better people. And honestly, you can't ask for much more out of a coach to make you a better person and a better athlete at the same time.
Right, so like a great team culture.
Yeah, he has great team culture. And it all starts in the weight room, too. We work really hard in there, and it shows on the field as I'd like to think we're a pretty good team.
I think so too, and I think the records show that as well. So really, so let's think about you guys' next week game, Newton. Yeah. So anything you guys want to talk about in terms of?
I mean, the goal's 1-0, baby.
Well, of course.
That's all you got to think about. Nothing
day.
past that. Got to take it to them.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. I mean, you're going into your last year now. It's kind of the last dance almost. Are you guys thinking of that while you're going through practices and games? Yeah,
I would definitely say so. For us as seniors, to get the 1 seed and have the playoffs run through us, I think that's huge. And this is the last time. It's the last time. It's the last season for us. So really giving everything all we got in these practices, no regrets, like I said earlier, and really practice hard. And then on that field, especially in this last stretch, I think we've been playing really hard all season. We're definitely gotten better as the season go out. But now, second half of the season, the records don't matter. It's 0-0, and now it's going to give it all we got. So we're really excited.
And really, what you just said there, the playoffs run through Westwood. We know that it's just so important with how the Westwood, the fans are. But how does the fans kind of boost your guys' morale on the field?
Fans are there, and we have to play for them.
Right.
They're not going to come to one of our games and have to watch us get get like beaten up.
Right,
That's
yeah.
just not us.
That don't happen. That don't happen.
It's Westwood's fastest go downhill football. That's all. That's all we
it.
think about. We play for our fans. We play for our community.
Especially each other.
Yeah,
We play
and
for each
understand
other.
Yeah, I think adding on to that, like we really do play for each other. It's not an individual sport. We all know that. And like I think this year, like everyone plays for each other. The guy next to him, and I think that's what really just creates such a special family and bond.
I mean, do you really think Westwood is really a special program out there?
Yeah, it's very special.
100%.
No doubt. No
Like
doubt.
you see it in a lot of other programs. Every program works hard, but I think definitely at Westwood, there's a different culture when it comes to everything we do. In the summers, we're here 6 a.m., 5 a.m. Like we're conditioning in the morning, having early practices, late practices. Like we know how it is to work, and we know what we have to do to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, just that level of commitment from you guys. I mean, I really I guess I salute you. I mean, that's
Appreciate it.
yeah. So another question that kind of just popped in my head is speaking of the fans, what's something the fans may not really get about the team or kind of dynamics that the players would get?
That's a good question.
It's a great question. Who wants it?
Multiple of you guys can answer
yeah.
if you want, or if you want to take a second to
I'll
sit on it.
I'll start it. I think there's just a lot that goes into football, like besides playing on the field on Friday nights. Like, fans aren't there for the lifts or the practices. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, especially in like that locker room, like pregame meetings, after win celebrations, praying before games, which we do every game. So there's a lot that goes into it that the fans don't see that translate onto Friday night. So.
Also, when we're out there, like you just think we're a team, like that we just play. But really, it's a family. These guys I consider my brothers, my family. I just think that's really important that we're all so close and we all have great chemistry.
You got anything, Ryan?
Yeah, like as Noah said, our chemistry's amazing. Even off the field, I'm boys with these guys. I love these guys. I'll do anything. Like if anything goes bad, I'm always there for them. We're always here.
And really, just one of the big things about being a family I want to bring up is that kind of sense of mentorship from the older guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, who are some guys that have shaped your kind of careers as role models?
I mean, I'll start off. For me personally, one of the biggest inspirations for where I play and who I play is RJ Usher. He's helped me a lot. Right. He came back actually over the summer last year to help me out a little bit, and it helped a lot. Another one, the Roberts brothers are very, very important. They helped me so much. And just last year, Luke Biello was also one of them. He was a great mentor, and I'm glad for what he did for me.
Yeah. Brian, I know you have the whole Sklavounos family, but
yeah, I mean, my brothers didn't really play football much, but who I looked up to was I love Joe Klein. He was always was electric. Aiden Carazana, loved him. Loved Tommy Bucinich. They're always helping me. Especially if I ask them a question, they're always there. They're like, you can do this, do that, just so I get that knowledge for upcoming years, which is what I know now.
Yeah, I think our sophomore year was really special. I mean, we just had that senior class was unbelievable. I mean, you look at every senior, they were a leader. They did everything the right way. Even our freshman year, we learned from a lot of guys like Yanni, Kobe, Steven, Dan,
Chris Pickett.
When we first got there, you see what the standards like. I think for us this year, as seniors, it's all right, we know what the standard is. We know how to teach these younger guys, how to treat each other. And I think we've just done an unbelievable job. And like Ryan said earlier, we all hang out. We do, not just on the field, off the field. We're with each other every weekend. During the weekdays, we go out to get lunch and after we get food after practice. We're just really during this time of year 24/7, we're hanging out.
Right, so you pretty much eat, breathe, sleep together all.
Yeah.
Basically.
Eat, sleep, breathe, Westwood football, baby. Let's
all
go.
of it. Yeah, so I did want to bring up the 2024 the championship year. I mean, there really was nothing like it. It was just it felt like that not just the Westwood football was growing and thriving, but it felt like just by extension the whole town, the whole school. I mean, just everything just blew up that year. And one of the things I always think about is that kind of stretch of the year that year was really when I got started out with all this, and it's worked out pretty well for me. and now I have something I'm passionate about, and I want to go forward with, and at the next level.
If there was 1 year to start, 2023
That was the year to start.
definitely-
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, all the guys that year, all the seniors, they were all class acts too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to switch gears a little bit, though. I have a little bit of a fun question for you guys. So if you were to comp your play to an NFL player, who would you compare it to? I guess I'll start with you, Noah.
That's a good one. I mean, I try to play like myself, but if I had two NFL players to choose to be like, I'd definitely say Michael Strahan and Aaron Donald.
Those
Aaron
are
Donald.
two
Yeah,
good
yeah.
names, two big men on the line. Yeah. You got any ideas, Ryan?
I mean, growing up, I loved Darrelle Revis on the Jets. Although he was a cornerback, I don't play like DB, but he was a fast, physical dude. He was always making the plays, holding up for the Jets defense, and that's what I want to do for our Cardinal defense, West defense.
I watched a lot of Fred Warner tape on the Niners. He's a beast. And then, obviously, growing up watching Saquon, just like the way he moves and stuff. I'd love to be Saquon one day. Try to run like him.
Well, maybe minus part of leaving the Giants how he did. But
that's true.
yeah, I get you on that one. And actually, that makes me think of another question. So, Steve, when the inevitable college football 27 comes out, are you going to be buying the game?
Yeah, I'll definitely have it. I'll be in it. Hopefully, y'all will be playing with me.
Yeah.
Fun, right, Chris? You want me?
I'd love to play, Steve. It would be so fun.
College football 27, Boston College, Road to Glory.
That's it. You
Steve
gotta
Klein.
You gotta do it.
I'm gonna make you
Going
on
all the
Hawaii.
way.
I'm gonna put you on Hawaii.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, just all this team culture, this team building. What is the root thing, guys? What do you get from it? What is the biggest thing you take away?
It taught me a lot about definitely the culture taught me a lot about what I have to be. Like, I take with the culture that we use at Westwood into my life now. I would say freshman year, I was definitely immature. I was not on my work. I was not on anything, and definitely Westwood football has helped me. It showed me how much work has to be put into something to get a good result out of, and I can see that with football, and I can see it now with school.
Yeah. Ryan?
Yeah, it comes into my life, with mental toughness and stuff. You're on that field, you're tired. You gotta keep going. The game's not over until that whistle blows. You keep fighting, keep fighting to push back.
And yeah, I think Westwood football does shape you into a better person, like Noah said. I think there's definitely a big difference. Like me personally, all these guys, freshman year, senior year, I think football definitely is a big play into that. All the workouts, mental toughness for sure. When it gets late in the quarter, late in the game, you got to find a way, and we always find a way.
Yeah, I mean, just really, thinking about the culture of the team itself, but it also builds a whole ecosystem around the team. There's so many people outside of the players themselves that can really contribute.
100%.
Right. I mean, think about it, you have the parents club. They always come in clutch with the food,
sandwiches.
Food's dope.
Shout out to the TD Club.
Shout out TD
Shout
Club.
out TD
Thanks
Club.
for the dinners.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Round of applause for the TD Club. Yeah.
Yeah, and they even set us up in the booth. They
that's
they
great.
bring up
That's awesome.
cookies, hot pretzels. Yeah, so those guys are great. And then you always got I'm a little biased, but I think gotta go download the sidelines. Thank the media. Those guys, we also not as nearly as many as you guys, but we're there. Hey, watching the team, getting the word out on you guys. And all right, so I'm gonna switch gears again here. So let's see. So what? Let me just ask all of you guys. So in terms of college or whatever you guys are ending up doing, so just what's next for you guys? What do you guys want to major in, pretty much?
I think I plan on majoring in construction management. I love working with my hands and stuff, especially building. In Mr. T's class in material science, we're building with wood all the time. I find it interesting to me, and it's very fun in my opinion.
Right. Noah?
So after high school, I plan on getting a master's degree in elementary education and getting my teaching certificate, become a teacher. Do I know where? No, but somewhere.
Right, and Steve?
And I think marketing or finance, one of those areas. Not really sure yet, but figure it out.
Yeah, maybe after your long stint in the NFL,
Yeah,
but no pressure.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, yeah, that really does bring up a good point. Like, who do you want? Like, you guys are players, on the field, but who's behind the mask, behind the helmet? Like, what are you guys about, pretty much? What are you guys interested in? Like, your off-field interests.
I mean, off the field, I do a lot of things. A lot of people call me a Renaissance man. I just found out what that meant.
Who's calling you?
Jay Garcia. He calls me Renaissance man a lot. Off the field, I like to do a lot of things. Video games are a big part of who I am. It's good for me to relax, wind down. But a lot of people don't know my favorite thing to do of all time is read books. I love reading. I read every night.
Every night?
I read every night,
Every
Steve.
day?
I do. I just finished a couple books over the summer, which I had a lot of fun with. I love to sing. I do the choir here. I'm in the musical theater here, and I also play esports here. So
It's a great
like to
resume.
keep myself busy. Like to keep myself busy.
It's a great
Right.
resume.
I got a lot to unpack there in terms of questions, but starting off, with like the esports. So you're big on the esports team also. So
Yeah.
would you want to talk about that a bit?
It's so going into esports, did not think it was going to be as competitive as it turned out to be. It's very competitive. These people take it legit, and from stepping in from the first practice, I definitely saw how competitive it really was. But it was great. I loved how competitive it was. It really showed me like video games can be considered a sport too.
Yeah.
Do I consider a sport? It's like 50-50. Some say yes, some say no. That's an argument for a different day.
Right. And how do you kind of contrast the esports program with Westwood football culture?
So it's definitely different.
Yeah.
For football, I'm very physical. For me, as a D lineman, it's not as much thinking as like skills because they have a lot to cover. Where I just have to hit someone and sit
Right.
there and look for two gaps. It's a hard job, but it's not too much thinking. But for esports, I have to do a lot of thinking. There's a lot of characters in the game I play, and it's really I have to know what every character does, when to use their abilities, when to not. So it's a lot more thinking than physical.
Right, and you're just one of the newest guys on the Westwood football. It's a esports pipeline. I'm thinking Dante.
So
And what is your main game on esports?
So I play Marvel Rivals. That's the
Oh,
game
yeah.
that I play. I play for the high school.
Who do you play as?
I play a couple people. The high school had me playing Loki, Warlock, and I played some Star-Lord. Yeah, I like to play a bunch of different people. I have a good time in the game. Makes me a little mad sometimes. I've broken a couple holes in my wall, but it's a good game.
I mean, I think we've all had a time where we've just gotten mad at a game. Controller.
Gone through a couple controllers.
I'm a big Madden player, so I definitely get mad.
Right.
Definitely thrown the controller a few times before, but
Right, throw the controller, broken TVs, all that. Yeah.
that happened to me in like
I don't think I've broken a TV yet, but I've definitely broken a lot of holes in the wall.
Oh, man.
The TV's coming soon, though.
We
Just get
were
ready.
just there the other night. We didn't see any. We had dinner at Prez's the other night.
Yeah, we did. We had dinner at my house, and never again will I have dinner at my house because of these kids.
Wait, I didn't see any holes in the wall though.
Yeah, there's no holes in the wall, but there's tomatoes everywhere.
Shout out Julian Ramos for that one.
Julian Ramos and Terrence Phillips for throwing tomatoes.
And Ed Raz, our safety, throwing tomatoes.
But he was the bigger man that night.
He was.
Yeah. All right, so let's move to you now, Ryan. Where are some of your kind of interests off field?
I'm like big in into like the outdoors. Like I love fishing. I love hiking. If I can go camping with like friends and stuff, I would totally do that. At night, usually in the off season for football, I'm at like wrestling practice, like club wrestling, just
Right.
work to get better on myself for that season. I used to play video games. Now I really don't anymore. I really haven't touched my Xbox in like a couple of months. I'm just more on my phone most of the time. I love swimming in the summer. I have a pool and stuff, so it's a nice way to get outside.
Very nice
and get cool.
pool.
That was great.
Hot tub is
I
great.
recommend it.
Go to Ryan Sklavounos' house and go in his hot tub whenever you
Yes.
can.
All right, that's a striking endorsement. We all know where to go.
That's right. And cornhole too.
He's nasty at cornhole.
He's really
Yeah,
good.
A whole a nice backyard
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
So starting off there with the outdoor stuff, are you into kind of like the survival gear sort of side of things, or?
Sometimes I'll watch like videos, like if people are on like they're in like Australia or something and they're trying to like survive. You know, I might learn something
Right.
from that, from like what they do to survive. But you know, I've never done anything like that to like you know survive off like the wild, survive out in the wild. You know, never really done that.
Right. I mean, those shows those shows are nuts. They get crazy. Like I saw on one of those shows, there was a guy like he hunted down like a boar or something, and he was just eating it for like weeks and weeks, and it got all rotted, and he was just still eating it.
That's
Crazy.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like they really it's
You got to do what you got to do. I mean, just saying.
yeah like
I don't know, man.
yeah
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Rotten
mean
flesh, yeah.
yeah. I know I do think on the survival show that sort of thing. Eating a wild boar or something like that for weeks and weeks. That is a very 1-0 mentality.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
One every week.
yeah. So, and then moving to wrestling, of course, you're part of the Sklavounos wrestling family.
Yeah.
So, how do you think you've kind of been molded by your other siblings, to go into wrestling?
You know, my goal is to be better than they were. I mean, Connor. I think Connor, out of all of us, was probably the best wrestler. But I'm trying to be the best I can, be better than him. He didn't go to States. My goal is to possibly go to States this year. Go to Atlantic City, wrestle out there. I think it'd be a cool experience, but I have to work my way there. But right now, that's not the focus. Right now, it's Newton. That's the focus.
Newton.
I like it. That's the way to say it. But so with wrestling, so how does it differ being one guy on the mat versus one guy versus compared to football where it's 11 men on the field versus another 11?
I mean, it's definitely different. I mean, yeah, I would say so. On the mat, you're there by yourself. Only you can do like what you can do. I mean, for football, you're out there. Obviously, we all have our own jobs and stuff, but if you mess up, I know I got Steve behind me coming in to possibly make a tackle or chuck or corners, DBs, linemen. They're all there for me if I do make my mistake. But for wrestling, to make a mistake, it's all me.
Right.
I'm the one getting taken down or getting scored on.
Yeah, so what I want to ask is, does practicing wrestling make you a better football player, or does practicing in football make you a better wrestler?
I would say practicing wrestling makes me a better football player. In wrestling, you're always in that like low stance, powerful stance, ready to take a shot, which I think, goes to football because, you always need, when you're blocking, you need like a wide low base, to push back. Just think also the conditioning for wrestling. I think it translates to football too because, we're on that mat 6 minutes. It's just nonstop movement. Like your muscles need to be conditioned and stuff for wrestling. So I think that correlates to football when you're out there.
Absolutely. And now moving to you, Steve.
Yeah.
So who is the man behind the mask?
I love going to the beach, down the shore when I can. I would go to Lavalette. I get there when I can.
Nice beach.
It's a really nice beach. And then playing video games. This time of year I'm always playing Madden. It's probably the only game I play.
What about Fortnite?
No, I haven't played Fortnite in a little bit.
Yeah.
Not since
Oh, Noah doesn't like that.
Seamus just said you were on with him.
Ooh.
It's okay. I was
No,
on
it
with
was
drama
one game.
here.
I would say
Dude, you can be honest, bro. I play Fortnite too.
it's one game. It's a 10-minute match. But I'm usually playing Madden and then
So yeah, I hope it ain't cause any drama there.
Huh? No.
well, we know how Perez gets about his video games. It's very
chill.
sensitive topics, sensitive,
Yeah, dude, they're
serious.
serious. I take them very
So yeah,
seriously.
it's very high stakes. So no, you couldn't even do a dinner without having to go and play Fortnite matches.
False rumors. I don't know what they're talking about. Showing them my room. I have a pretty dope room, I like to think.
It is a nice room. I didn't see it, but
You've seen my room before.
I didn't see it at your house.
What about that 80-inch wide TV?
You see-
100-inch wide. Not 20 inches.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
What do you
Yeah.
play on that?
A lot of story games. I'm a big story gamer.
So is that connected to your PC or anything? or-
Nah, I got a separate setup for
Oh,
my
okay.
PC.
All right, yeah.
Perez, you're a big story gamer.
Yeah,
Have you ever played the one game, Detroit Become Human?
I have. I love that game.
Yeah,
that was
I
one of my
played
favorite
it.
games.
I did a whole playthrough a while back. Crazy
It's a great
game.
Great
Yeah.
game. I love that game.
It's like playing a movie. Right?
It is. It is. It's literally it was literally a movie to me. I loved it.
Yeah. So are you? So, are you a PC gamer or a console player?
That's a tough one. I play the competitive games on my computer because you just get a different edge when you're on the PC compared to the console for competitive games. But story games, I play a lot on the console. But I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man was dope. Played that on
Great
PS4.
game.
Yeah.
But I've only played like one story game on my computer. That was Elden Ring. But that's just because I needed to be. I've broken a lot of holes over that game too. I put a controller through my wall over that game.
Jeez.
So, so I'm getting notes from my producer here that we gotta kind of start wrapping things up. But guys, just any kind of last notes from you three, last takes?
Be there Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night, baby.
Be loud, baby.
Be loud.
Be there,
Need
be
it.
loud.
Be
First
there.
playoff game. Let's go.
That's it. And thank you, Paul, for having us on the show.
Yeah, thank you so
Oh,
much. It was
well,
great.
Thank you guys for
Blast.
coming.
All right.
I mean, you guys are what I'm here for.